Test your knowledge. 15 life questions that can change everything. Have you ever wondered how much you really know about yourself? Every day, you learn new things about the world around you. New facts, new skills, new stories. But how often do you turn that same question inward? How often do you truly ask yourself, what do I know about my own mind, my habits, and my dreams? This video is different. It's not just about listening or watching, it's about reflecting deeply. Each rule you hear here is actually a powerful question designed to awaken something inside you. These aren't ordinary questions, they are doors. Behind each door is a new part of yourself waiting to be discovered, understood, and grown. I invite you to stay with me until the very end because your real growth begins when you open these doors. When you face these questions honestly, you start to see yourself more clearly. You begin to understand what holds you back and what pushes you forward. This kind of self-knowledge is the foundation of every success, every change, and every dream realized. And here's how we can grow together as a community. After each rule, please share your thoughts and valuable opinions in the comments below. Let others know what you discovered about yourself. Your words can inspire someone else to keep going, to stay motivated, and to keep growing too. When you engage like this, you don't just grow yourself, you help others grow as well. So don't just watch, participate, reflect, and share. This is your journey, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Together, we can build a strong, motivated community ready to achieve amazing things. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, your best self is waiting just behind those doors. So, are you ready? Let's start this journey of self-discovery and growth together. Rule 1. Do you really know what you want? Have you ever stopped and truly asked yourself what you really want from life? It sounds like a simple question, but for many people it's surprisingly difficult to answer. Every morning, millions of people wake up, get dressed, go to work or school, and come home tired. They repeat this cycle every day, week after week, year after year. On the surface, they look busy and hardworking. But if you ask them what their deepest dream is, or what they truly want in the next 5 years, many people cannot give a clear answer. They might say they want to be happy, successful, or rich. But these words are too general. They don't describe what really lights up their hearts. Without a clear idea of what you truly want, your days slowly turn into months, and months quietly slip into years. You can spend years moving fast, yet going nowhere meaningful. And in the quiet moments before sleep or on a lonely walk, you might feel a strange emptiness inside, a feeling that something important is missing. This emptiness doesn't mean you are lazy or ungrateful. It simply means you haven't yet taken the time to truly discover what matters most to you, not to your family, not to your friends, not to society, but to your own heart. Many people live according to what others expect. Get a stable job, get married, buy a house, and save money. These goals aren't wrong, but if they are not truly yours, they can feel heavy like carrying someone else's bag on a long journey. When you don't know what you truly want, your life becomes like a boat without a destination. The winds of life, other people's opinions, social trends, or sudden problems can push you in any direction, and you end up far from where you hope to be. The solution is to pause and spend quiet time alone, away from noise and distractions. Take a notebook or sit silently and gently ask yourself, what do I really want? Dig deeper than easy answers. Instead of just success, ask, success in what? Instead of just happiness, ask, what makes me feel alive and joyful? Write down your answers. They might feel uncertain at first, but clarity comes with honest reflection. Make your vision specific and real. Maybe it's starting your own business, becoming fluent in English, helping your family, traveling to new countries, or simply living peacefully. When your goals are truly yours, they become a powerful source of daily motivation. Now, here's a question to test your knowledge of yourself. If someone asked you right now, What do you want most in the next 5 years? What would you say? Don't rush your answer. Close your eyes, take a breath, and search within. Your true answer might surprise you, and it could change your life. Rule 2. Do you live for yourself or for others? Have you ever paused to ask yourself this simple but powerful question? Am I living my life for myself, or am I living it for others? Many people spend years, sometimes their whole lives, trying to please everyone around them, their family, friends, colleagues, neighbors, and even strangers they may never meet in real life. From a young age, we learn to look outside ourselves for approval. We study hard to make our parents proud, choose careers that sound impressive to others, buy things we don't truly need to appear successful, and hide our real feelings so people will like us. Slowly, without even noticing, our lives become shaped by what others expect instead of what our hearts truly desire. The problem with living to please everyone is that it never really works. No matter how hard you try, someone will still criticize you, misunderstand you, or expect something different from you. And even when people do praise you, the happiness it brings often feels thin and temporary. Inside, you may feel a quiet emptiness, a small voice asking, "But what about what I want?" In trying so hard to make everyone else happy, it's easy to forget what makes you happy. You might wake up one day and realize that you don't even recognize the person you've become, because so many of your choices were made to meet other people's expectations. The solution is to pause and look at your life honestly. Think about the choices you've made recently, big or small. Which of those choices were truly yours? Which did you make out of fear of rejection, guilt, or pressure? Start practicing the gentle but powerful art of saying yes to yourself. This doesn't mean you stop caring about others. It means you respect your own values and feelings too. It also means learning to say no when something feels wrong, even if someone else disagrees. Over time, living according to your own values brings a deeper, steadier happiness, a kind that doesn't depend on what others think or say. So here's a question to test your own heart. Whose approval do you really need to feel happy? Yours or theirs? Close your eyes and think about it. If you lived your life to make your soul proud, what would you do differently? Would you choose a different job? Speak your mind more? Take a new path you've secretly dreamed about? Remember this, at the end of the day, the person who must live with your choices is you. So live in a way that makes your heart feel light, your spirit feel free, and your life truly your own. Rule 3. Are you afraid to start? Have you ever had a dream or an idea that made your heart beat faster, but you never started because you were afraid? Maybe it was starting a business, learning a new language, speaking in public, writing a book, or even telling someone how you truly feel. Fear is a strange thing. It can feel so real and heavy that it keeps us stuck in the same place for years. The truth is, fear stops more dreams than failure ever could. Many people spend their whole lives waiting for the right moment, telling themselves they will start when they feel fully ready, when they have more money, more time, or more confidence. But here's the secret most people don't realize. That perfect moment almost never comes. When we wait until we feel perfectly ready, we give fear more power over us. Fear grows bigger the longer we stand still and think about it. The mind imagines every possible problem, and soon, even small steps feel impossible. But life doesn't reward those who only plan and wait. It rewards those who dare to begin, even if they feel afraid. Action, no matter how small, is the only real cure for fear. When you take a step forward, you see that the monsters you imagined are often much smaller than you thought. Each step brings new lessons, new confidence, and new ideas that you could never discover by thinking alone. The solution isn't to wait for the fear to disappear, because it probably won't. The solution is to start anyway, even if your voice shakes and your hands tremble. Take one small, imperfect step today. If you want to write a book, write just one paragraph. If you want to speak English confidently, Practice speaking a few sentences out loud. If you want to start a business, research your first idea. Don't worry about making it perfect. Worry about making it real. Remember, clarity and courage don't come before action. They come from action. The moment you move forward, you become stronger than your fear. So here's a question for your heart. What is one thing you could start today, even if it scares you? Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and think of that first small step. It might feel uncomfortable, but that's a sign you're growing. The journey of 1,000 miles doesn't start with a perfect plan. It starts with one brave, simple step. And that step could be today. Don't let fear decide your future. Let your courage speak louder, even if it whispers at first. Rule 4. Do you waste your time? Have you ever reached the end of the day and wondered, where did all my time go? In the modern world, it's easier than ever to lose hours without even noticing. We open our phones just to check one message, and suddenly we've spent an hour scrolling through social media. We watch a short video to relax, and then autoplay leads us to the next, and the next. We think we're taking a short break, but often these moments quietly steal large parts of our day. And it's not only screens, we also waste time worrying about things we cannot control, replaying past mistakes in our minds, or imagining problems that may never happen. These silent habits can take hours from our days, and, over months and years, take away years from our lives. The sad truth is that time is the only thing in life we can never get back. Money lost can be earned again. Health lost can sometimes be recovered. But every minute that passes is gone forever. When we spend hours each day in distraction or worry, we trade precious time that could have been used to build our dreams, learn something new, or simply enjoy life more deeply. Over time, this invisible theft becomes clear. The projects we never finished, the skills we never learned, and the dreams we never brought to life. Many people only realize how precious time is when it's almost too late, when they look back and see how much was spent on things that didn't truly matter. But there is hope, and it starts with awareness. The first step is to track your day honestly. For just one day, write down what you do each hour. It may surprise you to see where your time really goes. Next, find where your time leaks. Maybe you spend too much time on your phone, or maybe you say yes too often to things that don't help your goals. Then, take small steps to replace just some of that lost time with something meaningful. Reading, learning, creating, exercising, or simply being with people you care about. Even changing 1 hour each day can transform your life over time. Remember, it's not about being busy all the time. It's about being intentional with your time. So here's a question to test your own habits. Yesterday, how many hours did you spend building your future? And how many hours did you spend escaping it? Be honest with yourself, because honesty is where change begins. Time is a silent gift given to you each day. Use it with care, because every moment spent on what matters becomes a part of the life you truly want to live. Rule 5. Are you your own best friend? Have you ever stopped to really listen to the way you talk to yourself inside your mind? It might surprise you to notice how harsh and unforgiving that inner voice can be. Many people speak to themselves in ways they would never dare speak to a friend, a family member, or even a stranger. When you make a small mistake, that voice might say, "You're so stupid," or "You can't do anything right." When you try something new and feel nervous, it might whisper, "You'll fail anyway, so why bother?" These words might seem harmless, because no one else hears them. But over time, they quietly shape how you see yourself and what you believe is possible. This negative self-talk is powerful because it works silently, deep inside your mind. Every time you repeat words like, "I can't," "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up," those words sink into your heart and slowly become part of your story. Little by little, they kill your motivation and steal your joy. You might stop trying new things, avoid challenges, or give up on your dreams, not because you truly can't achieve them, but because you've convinced yourself you can't. And the saddest part is that many people live their whole lives believing this voice, never realizing they could choose a kinder, more supportive one. But there is hope, and it starts with awareness. The next time you catch your inner voice blaming, criticizing, or shaming you, pause and notice it. Ask yourself, would I say this to my best friend if they were struggling? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't say it to yourself either. Start to replace those words with ones that help you grow. Instead of saying, I can't do this, try, I can learn how to do this. Instead of blaming yourself with, I'm such a failure, try, I made a mistake, but I can do better next time. It may feel strange at first, but over time, this practice changes your relationship with yourself. Think about it this way. Your inner voice is your lifelong companion. You can choose to make it your harshest critic or your most loyal friend. So here's a question to reflect on deeply. If your inner voice was a person, would you want to spend time with them? Close your eyes and imagine what kind of friend you want living inside your mind. Choose words of kindness, patience, and encouragement. Because in the end, you are the person you spend every moment of your life with. And being your own best friend could be the strongest gift you ever give yourself. Rule 6. Do you compare your journey to others? In today's world, it's easy to feel like everyone else is living a perfect life except you. Social media is filled with photos and videos of people smiling, traveling, and showing off their successes. But what we often forget is that these are just highlight reels, the best moments carefully chosen to share with the world. Behind those perfect pictures, every person has struggles, doubts, and failures that no one sees. Yet, when you compare your full, real life complete with challenges, hard days, and mistakes to someone else's edited highlights, it's natural to feel jealous, insecure, or like you're not enough. This comparison trap is one of the biggest enemies of happiness and growth. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you forget to celebrate your own journey. You start to believe that success is only about big achievements or perfect moments. You may feel like your progress is too slow or that your life isn't exciting enough. But the truth is, no two paths are the same. Everyone's journey is different because everyone has different dreams, challenges, and timing. Comparing your beginning to someone else's middle or end is unfair to yourself and steals your confidence. The solution is to change how you see others' success. Instead of measuring your life by what others have, use their achievements as inspiration. Learn from their hard work, persistence, and creativity, and think about how you can apply those lessons to your own unique journey. Celebrate your own progress, no matter how small it seems. Every step forward is a victory. Whether you learned a new skill, overcame a fear, or simply showed up for yourself today, those are signs of growth that deserve recognition. Now, here's a question to help you see your life differently. What makes your story unique, even if it's not perfect? Think about the challenges you've faced, the lessons you've learned, and the dreams you hold close. Your story is yours alone, filled with experiences no one else has lived. When you honor your journey and stop comparing, you free yourself to grow with joy and confidence. Remember, the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Your unique path is your greatest strength. Rule 7. Do you control your emotions? Emotions are powerful. They can inspire great joy, deep love, and strong motivation. But they can also overwhelm us with anger, fear, jealousy, or sadness. When these strong emotions take over, they often push people to say or do things they later regret. Maybe you shouted at a friend or family member when you were angry, or you missed an important opportunity because fear held you back. These moments can damage relationships, block progress toward your dreams, and leave you feeling regretful and powerless. The problem is not having emotions, everyone has them, but how you handle those emotions when they arise. It's natural to feel anger or fear. Emotions are part of being human. They give us important information about what we care about or what feels wrong. But the danger comes when we react immediately and blindly, letting those emotions control our actions instead of taking control ourselves. Reacting means acting without thinking, like snapping at someone in anger or making a decision in panic. When you react, you often lose the chance to choose what is best for you and the situation. Over time, these uncontrolled reactions can hurt your reputation, your goals, and even your self-esteem. The solution is simple, but requires practice. When strong emotions rise, pause. Instead of reacting right away, take a deep breath. Give yourself a moment to step back from the feeling and observe it without judgment. This short pause helps you calm your mind and body. Then, choose your response carefully. Responding means acting with awareness, choosing words and actions that reflect your true values and long-term goals. Even when emotions are strong, you have the power to decide how to act. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or pretending they aren't there. It means honoring your emotions while not letting them drive you off course. Now, reflect on this question. The last time you got angry, did you react or did you respond? Think about what happened and how you felt afterward. Did your reaction help solve the problem or make it worse? Could a pause and a thoughtful response have changed the outcome? Learning to control your emotions is not about never feeling upset. It's about training yourself to choose calm and clarity over chaos. When you master this skill, you protect your relationships, strengthen your character, and keep your dreams on track, no matter what life throws your way. Rule 8. Do you learn from failure? Failure is one of the hardest experiences to face. When things don't go as planned, when a project fails, a relationship ends, or a goal is missed, it's easy to feel like you're not good enough. Many people see failure as a sign that they lack talent, intelligence, or worth. This way of thinking can be very discouraging. It can stop you from trying again, or make you avoid challenges altogether. But what if failure wasn't a sign of defeat, but rather a sign of growth? What if failure was the best teacher life could offer? Failure feels painful because it breaks our expectations. We imagine success, and when reality is different, it hurts. However, failure often gives us something success cannot: lessons. Every time you fail, you have a chance to learn what doesn't work, what you might do differently, or what strengths you didn't know you had. Failure pushes you to think deeper, adjust your approach, and become stronger. Think about some of the most successful people in history. They have often failed many times before they succeeded. What set them apart was not that they avoided failure, but that they learned from it and kept moving forward. The key to learning from failure is changing the question you ask yourself. Instead of saying, "Why did I fail?" which can lead to blame and discouragement, ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shifts your mindset from one of defeat to one of curiosity and growth. Look honestly at what happened. What could you do differently next time? Did failure reveal a weakness you can improve or a strength you can build on? Every failure holds a lesson that can help you take a better step forward. Now, take a moment to think about your last failure. It could be something big or small. Ask yourself, what lesson did it teach me? Maybe it taught you the importance of patience, the need to prepare better, or the value of asking for help. Whatever the lesson, honor it. Use it as a guide for your next move. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey toward it. When you learn from failure, you turn what once felt like an end into a new beginning. And that is the power of resilience, the power to grow stronger through every challenge life gives you. Rule 9. Do you surround yourself with growth? Have you ever noticed how the people you spend the most time with influence your mood, your thoughts, and even your habits? It might seem simple, but the company you keep plays a huge role in shaping who you become. If you spend your days with negative, critical, or unmotivated people, their energy can slowly pull you down, even if you don't realize it. Their doubts and fears might become your doubts and fears. On the other hand, being around positive, supportive, and ambitious people can lift you up, inspire you, and push you to grow in ways you never thought possible. The problem is, many people don't pay enough attention to this powerful influence until they feel stuck or unhappy. The truth is, your closest relationships act like mirrors and molds. They reflect who you are now, but they also shape who you can become. When people around you believe in growth, learning, and kindness, they encourage you to try new things, face challenges, and believe in your potential. But when the people closest to you complain constantly, discourage your dreams, or settle for less, it's easy to start thinking the same way. You might begin to accept limits that aren't really yours and stop pushing for the life you want. The solution is to be intentional about who you allow into your inner circle. Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Ask yourself, are these people helping me grow? Do they challenge me to be better? Do they inspire me to keep going, even when things are hard? Do they celebrate my successes and support me in my struggles? If the answer is no or unsure, it's time to make changes. Find people who believe in growth, who want to see you win, and who bring positive energy into your life. This doesn't mean cutting people out without care, but it does mean protecting your energy and prioritizing relationships that build you up. Now, ask yourself this important question. Are your 5 closest people helping you grow or holding you back? Take a moment to think honestly. Sometimes the answer can be uncomfortable, but it's a step toward change. Remember, growth is not only about what you do, but also who you share your journey with. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher, and watch how your life begins to change in ways you never imagined possible. Your environment matters. Choose it wisely. Rule 10. Do you live in the present? How often do you find your mind drifting away from the moment you're in? It's easy to get caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. You might replay mistakes you've made, wish things were different, or imagine all the things that could go wrong tomorrow. These thoughts can feel endless and exhausting. When your mind is busy with what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow, you miss the only moment that is truly real, the present. This moment, right now, is where life is happening. It's where you can make choices, feel joy, and connect with yourself and others. Yet, many people spend so much time outside of this moment that life feels like it's passing them by. Regretting the past or worrying about the future is natural. After all, the past teaches us lessons, and the future holds hopes and plans. But living mostly in those spaces creates stress and sadness. Regret pulls you into what cannot be changed, while worry drags you into what has not yet happened. Both take away your energy and peace. When you live outside the present moment, you lose touch with your true experience. You may feel restless, distracted, or unhappy without knowing why. Missing the present is like reading a book, but skipping every page, you never fully understand the story of your own life. The solution is to practice living in the present, often called mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying attention to what is happening right now, without judgment or distraction. It's about noticing your breath, feeling the air on your skin, listening to the sounds around you, and becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings as they come and go. This practice doesn't mean you stop thinking about the past or future entirely. Instead, it helps you return your focus to the present whenever your mind wanders. With regular practice, mindfulness can calm your mind, reduce stress, and increase your ability to enjoy life fully. Here's a simple way to start. Take a few moments each day to pause and notice your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Look around and observe what you see, the colors, shapes, and movements. Listen carefully to the sounds nearby. Notice how your body feels. If your mind drifts, gently bring your attention back to your breathing and surroundings. Over time, this habit will help you stay grounded in the now, even when life feels busy or overwhelming. Now, ask yourself this important question. Right now, are you fully here? Or are you lost in yesterday or tomorrow? Take a deep breath and check in with yourself. Being present is a gift you give yourself every moment. It is where life truly happens, and where peace and happiness begin. When you learn to live in the present, you stop letting time slip through your fingers. Instead, you hold each moment with care and awareness, and your life becomes richer, clearer, and more joyful. Rule 11. Do you show gratitude? In a world that often pushes us to want more, it's easy to forget how important it is to appreciate what we already have. Wanting to grow, improve, and reach new goals is natural and healthy. It drives us forward and helps us achieve great things. But when the desire for more becomes the only focus, it can leave us feeling empty and unsatisfied. We begin to see life as a list of things we don't have, instead of a collection of blessings we already enjoy. This constant feeling of not enough creates stress, sadness, and frustration. It steals the joy from everyday moments and leaves our hearts restless, always chasing something just out of reach. The powerful antidote to this is gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It is a deep and conscious practice of noticing and appreciating the good in your life, no matter how big or small. When you practice gratitude, your view of life shifts. You stop focusing on what is missing and start seeing that you have more than enough. This simple change in perspective has the power to increase your happiness, improve your relationships, and boost your resilience during difficult times. Gratitude helps you connect with the richness of life, even in moments that seem ordinary or challenging. The solution is to make gratitude a daily habit. Every day, take a moment to write down 3 things you are thankful for. These don't have to be big events or achievements. They can be small things: a warm cup of tea, a kind word from a friend, the feeling of sunlight on your face, or a moment of peace in a busy day. Over time, this practice trains your mind to look for good things, helping you find joy even in tough moments. Writing your gratitude also helps you remember the blessings when life feels hard, or when your mind drifts toward worry and dissatisfaction. Now, here's a question to help you test your gratitude. What are 3 things you have today that once you dreamed of? Think about your life right now. Maybe you have a safe place to live, food on your table, or people who care about you. Maybe you have learned a skill or achieved something you once thought impossible. When you recognize these things as answers to your past hopes and dreams, your heart opens with thankfulness. Gratitude reminds you that your life is already full of gifts. By practicing it daily, you invite more peace, joy, and abundance into your journey. Remember, the more you focus on gratitude, the more reasons you find to be grateful. It becomes a beautiful cycle that makes life feel richer and more meaningful. So, start today. Write your 3 things and see how your world begins to change. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a way of living that transforms everything. Rule 12. Do you invest in your body and mind? Taking care of your body and mind is one of the most important investments you can make. Yet many people wait too long to start. Often, people don't pay attention to their health until they face sickness, exhaustion, or burnout. They push themselves hard, ignoring warning signs, believing they have time to rest later. But health is not just about avoiding illness or living longer. It's about living better every day. When your body feels strong and your mind is clear, you have more energy, focus, and joy to enjoy life and chase your dreams. Without good health, even the best opportunities and goals can feel out of reach. Your body is the home you live in, and your mind is the engine that drives your life. Both need care, respect, and regular attention. When you ignore your body, you may experience fatigue, pain, or low energy that limits what you can do. When you neglect your mind, stress, worry, or negative thoughts can cloud your happiness and decision-making. But when you invest in both, you create a foundation for success and well-being. You feel more balanced, resilient, and ready to face challenges. You experience life fully, instead of just surviving day to day. The solution is to develop habits that support your physical and mental health every day. Move your body regularly through walking, stretching, exercise, or any activity you enjoy. Moving increases your energy, improves your mood, and strengthens your body. Eat foods that nourish you: whole fruits, vegetables, proteins, and healthy fats, rather than processed or sugary items that drain your energy. Proper nutrition fuels your body and mind for peak performance. Also, don't underestimate the power of rest. Sleep well and give yourself time to recover mentally and physically. Rest is when your body heals and your mind resets. Investing in these habits is a gift you give yourself daily. Now, ask yourself this question. If your body could talk, what would it thank you for, and what would it ask you to change? Imagine your body speaking kindly but honestly. Would it thank you for the times you cared for it with good food and movement? Would it ask for more rest, less stress, or kinder treatment? Listening to your body's needs is a form of respect and love that will serve you for life. Remember, health is not a goal to reach someday. It is the foundation that makes every day worth living. When you invest in your body and mind, you unlock your full potential and create a life filled with energy, clarity, and happiness. Rule 13. Do you act or only plan? Planning is an important part of achieving any goal. It helps us organize our ideas, set clear objectives, and prepare for challenges ahead. But sometimes, planning can become a trap, something that feels safe and productive, but actually stops us from moving forward. Some people spend months or even years creating perfect plans, waiting for the right moment, the perfect conditions, or the complete confidence to begin. Yet, despite all this preparation, they never start. Their dreams stay stuck in the world of ideas, while life keeps moving forward without them. The problem with spending too much time planning is that it creates imaginary fears and doubts in our minds. Overthinking can make small obstacles look like insurmountable walls. You might worry about failing, making mistakes, or not being good enough. These fears grow larger when you don't act. They seem more real because your mind keeps turning over what-if questions, but they often don't reflect reality. The truth is, many fears disappear once you take the first step. Action reveals what really works, what needs adjusting, and what you can learn. When you stay stuck in planning, you miss this important feedback and remain frozen by uncertainty. The solution is simple. Start acting even if your steps are small and imperfect. Taking one small action each day toward your goal is more powerful than making a perfect plan that never moves off the page. You don't need to wait for motivation or the right moment. Every action, no matter how tiny, builds momentum. It creates a habit of moving forward and teaches you valuable lessons. When you act, you learn about your strengths and weaknesses, which helps you improve your plan naturally. You become more confident and capable because you're doing, not just thinking. Here's an example. If your dream is to write a book, don't wait until you have a perfect outline or every chapter planned. Write one sentence, one paragraph, or even just brainstorm a few ideas today. If you want to start exercising, don't wait for a perfect workout plan or fancy equipment. Take a 5-minute walk or do a few stretches. These small steps might seem insignificant, but they create a pathway toward your goal. Over time, these tiny actions add up to real progress and help you overcome the fears that hold you back. Now, reflect on this question. What tiny step could you take today to move closer to your dream? Think about what is possible right now, without waiting for permission or perfect conditions. It could be sending one email, making a phone call, writing down your ideas, or simply deciding to try. Taking action might feel uncomfortable or uncertain at first, but that's part of growth. Remember, every great achievement began with one small step. The key is to act, not only plan. When you do, you unlock your potential and turn dreams into reality one step at a time. Rule 14. Do you forgive yourself? Carrying guilt and shame is like carrying a heavy backpack full of stones. Every day it weighs you down, makes movement harder, and steals your energy and joy. Many people hold on tightly to their past mistakes, blaming themselves for things they did or didn't do. This burden traps them in a painful loop where they live mostly in regret and self-criticism. They replay moments over and over in their minds, wishing they could change what happened or undo the harm they believe they caused. But here's the difficult truth. You can't rewrite the past. No amount of regret will change what's already done. And yet, holding on to guilt only stops you from moving forward and living fully in the present. The problem with carrying guilt and shame is that it keeps you stuck in yesterday's pain instead of focusing on today's possibilities. When you blame yourself for past mistakes, you may feel unworthy of happiness, success, or love. This mindset can affect your confidence, relationships, and even your health. You might avoid taking risks because you fear repeating your past errors. But the past is not your prison. It's a part of your story that you can learn from and grow beyond. The power lies not in what you cannot change, but in what you choose to do now and next. The solution begins with forgiveness. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean ignoring your mistakes or pretending they didn't hurt. It means recognizing the lesson they taught you and choosing to let go of the harsh judgment that holds you back. Forgiveness is an act of kindness toward yourself. It allows you to heal the wounds guilt creates and frees you to focus your energy on shaping a better future. To forgive yourself, you must first learn from what happened. Ask yourself, what can I take away from this experience to become wiser and stronger? Then, make a conscious decision to release the blame and treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend who made a mistake. Imagine how your life might change if you stopped carrying that heavy backpack. Imagine the peace you would feel by accepting that you did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at the time. Every human makes mistakes. It's part of being imperfect and growing. But the choice to forgive yourself is what transforms pain into power. It lets you move forward with hope instead of fear. Now, take a moment to reflect on this question. Is there something you still blame yourself for, and can you choose to forgive yourself now? This isn't an easy question, but it's a powerful one. Answer honestly, and know that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, not because you deserve it, but because you deserve to live free from the chains of the past. When you choose forgiveness, you open the door to healing, growth, and a brighter future. You step into your power not as someone defined by mistakes, but as someone defined by courage, resilience, and love. Rule 15. Do you remember your why? When you begin a new journey or set an important goal, there's usually a powerful reason behind it. A deep motivation that sparks excitement and energy. This reason is your why, the inner fire that pushes you forward. It might be a dream to provide for your family, to prove something to yourself, to create a better future, or to live a life full of purpose and meaning. At first, this why feels strong and clear. It fuels your passion and gives you the courage to start. But over time, especially when challenges arise or progress slows, that fire can dim. The motivation that once felt unshakable may fade, and you might find yourself questioning why you started in the first place. The problem is that many people forget their why as they get caught up in the day-to-day struggles and distractions of life. When motivation fades, it's easy to lose focus, feel stuck, or even give up. Without a clear reason to keep going, every obstacle can seem bigger than it really is. The excitement of the beginning is replaced by fatigue, doubt, or boredom. This is why so many dreams are left unfinished, and goals are abandoned. The why is not just a starting point. It's the steady flame that keeps you moving when the road gets rough. Your why is your inner fire, and it's essential to nurture it regularly. The solution is simple but powerful. Write down your deepest reasons for pursuing your goals and read them often. This helps you stay connected to your purpose. When you face obstacles, reminders of your why bring back your energy and clarity. It turns frustration into determination and uncertainty into focus, keeping your why visible. Whether in a journal, on sticky notes, or as a daily affirmation, makes it easier to stay committed, especially during hard times. Think about what truly drives you. What difference do you want to make? How will your life or the lives of those you care about change if you reach your goal? These questions help you find a why that is meaningful and personal. The stronger and clearer your why, the more powerful your motivation will be. It acts as a compass when the path gets confusing or difficult, guiding you back to your true purpose. Now, ask yourself this important question. When times get tough, what reason will keep you moving forward? Imagine a moment of struggle ahead. What is the light that will guide you through? Your why is not just about big dreams. It's about why you choose to rise again each day, no matter what. When you remember and honor your why, you transform challenges into stepping stones and setbacks into lessons. Your inner fire becomes a steady, powerful force that fuels your growth and success. Remember, the journey is long and sometimes hard, but your why can make all the difference. Keep it close, nurture it daily, and let it inspire you to keep moving forward, no matter what stands in your way. Your why is your greatest source of strength, and it's always worth remembering. Final thoughts. These 15 rules are more than just advice. They are 15 powerful questions to ask yourself again and again. They are not meant to be answered just once or forgotten after a quick read. Instead, they are tools for daily reflection, guiding you to live more consciously, courageously, and with purpose. Each question invites you to look inward, to challenge your habits, beliefs, and choices, and to grow step by step into the best version of yourself. This process isn't about achieving perfection or never making mistakes. It's about staying awake to your thoughts, your emotions, and the way you live your life. It's about being honest with yourself, even when the truth is uncomfortable. And it's about committing to growth, no matter how small the progress may seem. The journey of self-discovery and improvement is ongoing. Every day brings new challenges, new moments of doubt, and new opportunities to choose who you want to be. Sometimes, it's easy to get distracted by the noise around us, the opinions of others, the pressure to keep up, or the fear of failure. But when you pause and ask yourself these important questions, you reconnect with what truly matters: your values, your dreams, and your inner strength. These rules remind you that the most important test of all isn't about numbers, facts, or achievements. It's about the courage to look inside yourself and face your reality honestly. Knowing yourself deeply is the foundation for a strong, fulfilling life. When you understand what you truly want, when you forgive yourself for past mistakes, when you take control of your emotions, and when you remember your why, you build resilience that no external challenge can shake. Self-knowledge helps you make better decisions, build healthier relationships, and find peace even in difficult moments. It empowers you to take action toward your goals, even when fear or doubt try to stop you. And it invites you to celebrate every small victory along the way. These 15 rules are designed to guide you on a path of personal growth and self-awareness. I encourage you to revisit these questions, often make them a part of your daily routine. Reflect on them, write your answers, and watch how your life transforms over time. Remember, the goal is not to be perfect, but to keep moving forward with honesty and courage. So, test your knowledge not by how much you know, but by how willing you are to explore and grow inside yourself. The better you know yourself, the stronger and more meaningful your life will become. Keep growing and keep achieving.